Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Rough weekend. Is it time to finally stop making excuses for Kevin Stefanski and fire him too? He doesn't make zero in-game adjustments. He's horrible at getting his best players involved in the game. The stupid call to bring Jacoby in on a 4th and 1 when Deshaun, I think, was actually perfect on that drive, getting into a rhythm. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And then in the press conference, you say you got to come away with points, but yet you chose not to kick the field goal, and you chose to go for a 20-yard pass or so, maybe, just a 4th and 1. I mean, yeah, he was open, but you bring in a cold guy who ain't thrown since warm-ups and probably didn't even throw then. That was a game changer. That took points off the board. Not kicking the field goal at half took points off the board. Stop making excuses for Kevin. Oh, well, he didn't have Deshaun. Well, he's got Deshaun, and he still makes dumb choices, still makes questionable calls. He doesn't know how to make in-game adjustments. So it's time for Stefanski to go. Now, I don't have faith that Jimmy Haslam will hire another coach that's any better, but Stefanski's not the answer. So go Browns.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. These are the things that happen when you are 5-8. I can't argue with the 4th and 1. That was bizarre. I'm not ready to fire him, but some things got to change. They really do.
Yeah, I think the pressure is going to kind of have to start ramping up a little bit these 4 games. I think he's safe unless something catastrophic happens in these last 4 games. Like Deshaun Watson, regresses somehow and they end up losing 3 of these 4 games or even all 4 games. Or, if whatever else happens, if something major goes down that, just it doesn't seem like Watson and Stefanski can get on the same page, then I think you make a change. But I also think, the only way you really do it is if you get a guy you almost know is better. Like, say, you almost believe Sean Payton's coming, and I don't think that's going to happen. I can't imagine, we saw this dance with Bill Cowher. He retires, goes to television, everybody wonders, well, when is Bill Cowher coming back to coaching? And why would you? Why would you leave television, which is a much easier gig? You really only have to work, a couple days a week, for a few months, whereas coaching is kind of a 24/7 job almost. So why would Sean Payton want to leave that? I mean, that would be the caliber kind of coach to me that you would need to have to convince me to move on from Kevin Stefanski, just because, things haven't gone the right way the last couple of seasons. I think obviously defensive changes need to be made in the staff. Maybe move on from Mike Prefer on special teams. Those are the areas that have hurt this team all season. I think in some ways, while Jacoby Brissett was the quarterback, the offense was just fine. They were the ones putting up points. They were the ones kind of keeping the team in games. I don't think that's the issue. But I think, as you go to 2023, you keep Stefanski around, but you let him know you got to turn things around. You got to get things figured out, and you got to take this team to significant places. You got to take them in the playoffs. You got to be contending for the division around Christmas time. Those are things that just have to happen, and you have to get the most out of Deshaun Watson, or they'll probably be looking for another coach maybe in 2024.
Now, in fairness, you haven't given him the quarterback that he wants. Now he has Deshaun Watson. It's 2 games, and Deshaun Watson hadn't played in almost 2 years. But I can't argue about the in-game adjustments. And the 4th and 1 with Jacoby Brissett, I want to be in that meeting where you're deciding that, because I'm going to be going, that's a bad idea. That is a bad idea. Don't do that. It's like, just don't do that.